Now it's time to assign a shader to the hair. Currently, we're still using the default Extend shader, which looks fine for the viewport and is not terrible, but is way, way worse than what ships with Arnold. We are going to be using a shader called AI Standard Hair, which is a phenomenal shader. The way we assign a shader is to the groom specifically is that we open up the Extend groom and then we select the description. This is why it's so important to name your files. Really, we should have actually added an underscore description at the end and just so it's easy to find it. But now we know this is the description because it's the second layer in the hierarchy. Then we right mouse button, assign new material, and then under Arnold, then we have AI Standard Hair. And you can see this changes right away. And now we'll just change the actual render region for only the hair because there's no reason to have anything else. And now you can see this changes the look drastically. And we'll just rename this to Helmet Hair Shader, just so we know which one it is. Then under the base color, we will actually assign a color directly. This will again be based on something I've color picked from the original reference. So this is one of these few cases where we will actually just input a color. The color is 360 as hue. For saturation, it's 0756. And for value, it's 0204. So now this is the color we have. It also set the melanin redness all the way down and melanin randomize all the way up, which just gives us some more randomness in terms of the redness in the shader. I'll also just set the roughness of the hair up a little bit. This hair is not really human hair. This is processed horse hair, as far as I know. So this is not going to be the standard groom. We want this to look a little bit stylized. Then we'll go under diffuse and we'll enable the diffuse. This just means that we can now actually force in a color. Normally you want this all to be forced by the melanin levels, but in this case we want to actually force it in because this hair has been treated on top of it. This is not the natural hair color of the groom. But you can see that this now just uses the regular color, the regular diffuse color we can input. So we can input whatever we want. But what we'll do is we'll actually use a ramp to really control this. So click on the input, and then we type AI. Then we type AI ramp, and we want AI ramp RGB. And then we want two colors. We want this color and we want this color. Essentially, you can see what's happening is that from the tip, it has one color and the root has one color. So if we set this color to maybe again back to our nice little Joker green, you can see that we get this now that the root is one color and the tip will be one color. So we make this blue. So now we can just blend between these two. Obviously we'll pick proper colors as well. And again, this is one of these cases where we'll actually pick a color. So the color we pick here it's going to be 360. And then it's going to be 1, and then it's going to be 0148. So it's a pretty dark color. This actually looks pretty cool, but we'll change the other one as well. So this is going to be 360, 1, and then 0602. So now it's just a little bit brighter. And then I'm just going to be moving this up a little bit. So it starts a little bit higher. And this way you can see like the color starts around here. So it's a bit more clear that it's been colored like this. This is a really powerful way of actually coloring hair. Now if you want to be more stylized, because now you can really control where the hair starts from. So now you can see here, now only the very tips of it will have one specific color, or you can move it all the way down like so. Or you can move it all the way down so you can clearly see there's actually going to be a sharp line in between as well. One of the reasons I'm doing this is also so we get a nicer blend, because the helmet is quite dark, so I just want this to blend a little bit out. So exactly where you place this is not the most important thing. What's more important is that you do have two colors and that one is a bit darker than the other. And that's it for the hair shading. Hair shading is pretty nice and simple. Now we can just look at the shading for the entire thing and just review what we have so far. In the next chapter, we will actually set up the lighting for this and make this really nice and pretty.